I'm gonna try to explain this the best I can because every time I type it out, I think some people get confused. That is the blank radiator cap on that. It has no spring in it. It's basically just a seal. The reason is because these cars never came with a fill on the radiator. They were like lean back, and the fill point, they still had this basically. The fill point ran through here up to an expansion tank. This is a different one, but in the stock ones, it's still here. And where the radiator cap normally would be in a car, the radiator is on the expansion tank. And this is basically what you use to fill it. So you would, and the reason that being is because the radiator is lower than the cooling system on the car, basically where the top of the heads are in the vent port. You will never get that bled. That's just how it works. So the reason that's lower, this is an S10 radiator, the fact that it's just wider and it's shorter, so that even makes it worse, is because it's definitely a lot lower. You will not get a bled, so you have to use the expansion tank, and like I said, they come stock in these cars, they're just a little bit different. The one that was on here was just, it was like cracked and it was gross. So just got this little aluminum piece, but this is where the radiator cap will go now. And then this is a feed tube basically down there. And then on these cars, it actually, the overflow would sit up here. So there'd be another tube running to an overflow. Well, I just used the windshield washer fluid reservoir as my new overflow. I'll probably plug that, but this will keep it sealed for right now. So that's the overflow. So this will be used as the fill point. Everything runs there, and that's how you bleed the system. So hopefully that explains it, because every single time I type it out, people are really confused on what I mean by expansion tank and overflow tank. Some people think they're the same thing. Some people call them the same thing. I understand that, but this is basically what you use to get your system bled and your coolant reservoir holding spot higher than the entire cooling system. That way it can be bled right, and then you have your overflow tank. So there you go.